Oh no, Rittenhouse is at it again. Of course, Reddit already took it down, but the video and the comments thus far are still up. Rittenhouse tells Junior son of a bitch he thinks George Soros was behind him being prosecuted. Man, this idiot, I'll tell ya. He just can't leave well enough alone. He dodged a bullet of his own. Forget the fact that he killed 2 people and endangered countless others. He managed to dodge a legal bullet when he got acquitted for murder. And not only has he been trying to grift off of that notoriety, now he's telling Don Jr., son of a bitch over here, that it was actually all a conspiracy that he ended up in court. Let's hear what, Bob's the big boy has to say.
It was scary. I was up against these George Soros funded prosecutors.
Was that what was going on? Were these guys getting some sort of, back-end donations? And I mean, the media, obviously, and everyone else going after it, but...
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I don't know for 100% fact.
Yeah.
But I guarantee. I'm sure of it.
Well, listen, you were up against, you can't really get...
I'm not positive, but I guarantee it. Oh, my God. And Junior son of a bitch. That's what his show should be called. I'd like a show called Junior son of a bitch, but I'm not a junior. His show is called Triggered, because he totally knows how to own the libs, right? Totally gonna own the libs, man. He can't prove it, has zero evidence, but he can guarantee it. Literally says, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure of it. And why would any reasonable person ask him this in the first place, since he would have no way of knowing? This is the state of conservatism in today's America. Notice how conservatives are always overcoming insurmountable odds. Somehow he's not up against the assistant DA for Kenosha County, but against some global conspiracy financed by a billionaire. Every fight is David versus Goliath, with people like Trump cast as David and historically marginalized groups like gays, women, blacks, and Jews cast as Goliath. This is the Ron DeSantis playbook right here. They gays are coming for your freedom. Trans people are coming for your freedom. No, asshole, they want to enjoy the same freedoms as you do. That doesn't sound like DeSantis. That actually sounds like Bush Jr. Hallmark first principle of fascism. The enemy is simultaneously all-powerful but incompetent. This jackass should not be allowed to reproduce. Umberto Eco's essay, Your Fascism, outlines a set of common features of all fascist movements. Naturally, what we see from Rittenhouse here is a key tenet. To people who feel deprived of a clear social identity, your fascism says, I think that's how you say it, that their only privilege is the most common one, to be born in the same country. This is the origin of nationalism. Besides, the only ones who can provide an identity to the nation are its enemies. Thus, at the root of fascist psychology, there is an obsession with a plot, possibly an international one. The followers must feel besieged. The easiest way to solve the plot is the appeal to xenophobia, but the plot must also come from the inside. Jews are usually the best target because they have the advantage of being at the same time inside and outside. In the U.S., a prominent instance of the plot obsession is to be found in Pat Robertson's New World Order. But as we have recently seen, there are many others. I'll have to read this. Umberto Eco's essay, Your Fascism, or Fascism. That is actually an excellent point. I guess I could see billionaire masterminds targeting their conspiracies at someone like Trump, who is famous and wealthy and connected. But why on earth would they fuck with a chubby white bro like Kyle? What delusions of grandeur does he have to think that? Did you hear what he just said? Those are their delusions of grandeur. They want to be almighty. They want to be super important. They want everything. They want power. They want privilege. They want prestige. Other people existing and wanting even the most basic, fundamental human rights are a roadblock to that. It's just amazing how, and I'm against the whole prison system. I don't like it. I think our justice system is pretty fucked. I have yet to see anything really good come from it, at least in my case, personally. But this is one of those instances where they did America a grave disservice by not putting this little shit away. I mean, he's not bright enough to realize how stupid he sounds. Most punchable face ever. I guarantee it. I have all the evidence. Which one? Seeing two faces that would be satisfying to punch. Good one. As much as Junior son of a bitch is a total piece of shit and deserves thousands, if not millions of punches to the face, there's just something about Kyle. My fist feels drawn to his face like a magnet. It's like his face's sole purpose of existence is that it's supposed to be punched. Probably because he killed some people for no reason, is being made a celebrity for it. You see faces, all I see are two assholes. Good one. He doesn't know for sure, but he's also sure of it. Checks out. Come on. He doesn't know shit. Okay? He's sure of it is his fucking ego talking. That's all it is. Just what this guy said. Blah, blah, blah. How does anybody go for this? Zero evidence, but I'm sure of it. Because he's Rittenhouse, that's why. He doesn't even have to make sense. All of these Trump sycophants and fans of Junior son of a bitch right here, You know, it's kind of like tribalism. It doesn't even matter what he did. It's about whose side he's on. All the people who want to believe it will choose to believe it. That's how this information thing works today. Feelings and hunches matter more than facts with trashy people. Also, really simple terms, gaps, slogans, etc. They like feeling smart because it's rare they are. Good one. What's interesting was that the state sent the worst DAs to represent them. What? For every conspiracy theory he's connected to, 5 minutes gets added to George Soros' life. He's currently scheduled to live until October 2273. Don't forget, this is simply recycled Nazi propaganda. Literally, it's the same old powerful Jews are secretly controlling everything shtick. There's a reason they single out this rich Jewish man. Yeah, Soros, along with banking families and globalists, are all euphemisms for Jews. Why do incel murderers always have the key to conspiracy? Conspiracy, it's almost as if red pilling is a way for losers to instantly feel more interesting. Yep, it's the same reason aliens only take the most backward people living in the middle of nowhere for regularly scheduled aerial anal probings. The rest of us have to buy a ticket on Spirit. Counterpoint, wouldn't it make sense to experiment on backward hicks who nobody would believe versus, say, the president? I would prefer the probing rather than flying Spirit again. Easy to assume everything is a conspiracy when you don't know shit about how anything works. Magnets, how do they work? It's a conspiracy. Nicely put. The most incompetent people will overestimate the competence of random strangers and assume they have some kind of superhuman ability to function within a bureaucracy and keep it secret. Amazing. Meanwhile, I can't get 10 people to agree on a potato salad recipe. Cute. Ain't no key here, just the same old anti-Semitic bullshit that's been around for thousands of years. Straight white men are regularly told they've got it made. They've got everything handed to them on a plate, and they should shut up and be grateful. Truth is, it isn't that simple. Discrimination is something everyone experiences, but some experience it more than others, a lot more. But if you're a straight white man and you don't, the information you're working with is that you're supposed to get everything handed to you on a plate. You patently are not getting that, but you're seeing plenty of men just like you who are. What's going on? It's incredibly easy to start thinking it must be because you're being victimized by insert group here. As soon as you start thinking this, social media's let's show him what he's shown interest in algorithm kicks in. And before you know it, you're seeing videos every damn day that reinforce this notion. Okay, let's drop the race analogy. Coke I put in my fridge last week at work is missing. I think George Soros must have taken it. How much you want to bet this little shit now says that when he's missing a Coke? For a guy not going to college, he sure seems to be packing on the freshman 15. Thank God he's not going to some liberal college so he can stay home and get a real education. He did try to go to college. The publicity surrounding this led to Texas A&M and ASU saying, get the fuck out. Even a community college kicked him out of online classes after the students protested. He's playing the cards he has. I don't like the road show, but it's quite literally his best and only viable option right now, unless he turns to politics. Oh, I'm sure there's still colleges, especially Christian conservative ones, that would happily accept him. He makes it worse by trying to go on some media tour. He couldn't get a part in a Kevin Sorbo, Kirk Cameron project. He practiced that shit for months. Wouldn't make the cut in the worst B movie ever made. B movie? This is direct to DVD Walmart level. Like he's trying to squeeze his face into a lemon to produce tears. Well, that's exactly what he did. Ooh, somebody defending him. Yeah, you're still going to get that shit. What a little bitch. Oh, my God. Yeah, aren't, right-wing dudes supposed to suck it up? Aren't they supposed to be real men and not cry and shit like that? He's up there pretending to cry. So doesn't that really, really go against your whole real man shtick? Oh, I want to travel with my guns between states and go to a riot. I'm sure nothing's going to happen. I'll ask Mom and Dad if they can drop me off. Ha 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 ha. Clearly didn't watch the trial. It's illegal to travel with guns between states, so he got his gun from a friend in that state. Second, I'm not saying it was a good idea, and even if you don't believe me, he was there to protect medical staff or a building, which was there, in case it's not illegal to do that. Yeah, it's also not illegal to bring 5 gallons of gasoline to a match party, and yet the Kenosha shooter still did it. And OJ is still looking for the real killer. Right there out on the golf course. Oh, shit. If you attack a guy that is armed, I have no sympathy for you when you get shot. And yet he's still a little bitch. He killed a pedo. Can't be that bad. Killed a pedo by accident. Unless Kyle could read minds or read up on the people beforehand, he had no idea. That's absolutely true. Oh no, he has PTSD. What a bitch. Oh my God. More Rittenhouse defenders. Kyle isn't gonna fuck you, bro. No need to simp for him. Looks like he's making the most painful shit ever. Kyle Rittenhouse is the real life Eric Cartman. It's uncanny. No, Eric Cartman is actually like an evil genius. Cartman is actually very fucking smart when he wants to be. I don't know with this piece of shit. He looks like a ventriloquist dummy in this video. Don't know if it's the shirt or what. Probably a combination of the shirt and how fat he's getting. It's Q's hand all the way up his ass. Yeah, Eric Cartman is at least clever and charismatic. Cartman is genius level smart. So he's going to be a cop, possibly sheriff. He probably could do that. You know, they'll definitely take him. The majority of Democratic voters have no idea who the fuck George Soros is, yet he lives completely rent-free in the heads of conspiracy believers. I only heard about him like 2 times. Once when my weird conservative friend said he was behind BLM. And your weird conservative friend probably just got that from his parents. Soros and Antifa are 2 things I never fucking think about until some right-wing nut brings it up. Thank you. For the love of God, I will never understand the people who give these 2 and their ilk any semblance of credence or respect. Anyone with a functioning brain immediately understands all of this shit is a grift. Kyle is just a painfully fucking stupid tool in all of it. Keep them angry and blaming someone else, and they'll never see you stealing everything in their pockets. Bread and circus is the phrase I believe you're looking for. Coined during the Roman Empire, the notion was that you could get away with anything as long as the masses are kept fed and entertained. Fits America to a T today. He's the living embodiment of anyone that loves guns and salivates about the idea of using them on anybody they don't like. He did just that, and that's why he got away with it. What's not to love? I have to disagree. I like guns, but I love to read about this piece of shit catching a bullet. It never seems like these kinds of animals get targeted. Only the people actually being helpful, yeah, people they don't like are hurt by it. There, now you understand. I can't wait till this little shit disappears forever. At the rate he's gaining weight, may not have to wait much longer. I can hear him getting fatter. Ooh, it's called the I started drinking a 6-pack of beer every night in a futile attempt to bury the guilt because I'm a murderer, and the only way I can keep bullshitting the media and the American people. There's no way that piece of shit feels any guilt. I don't know about that. Well, yeah, especially publicly. Not just moved on, he's actively promoting what he did. He's proud of it. Or at least he wants to pretend he's proud of it. He has to stand behind what he did. He has to defend what he did, because if he doesn't, then all that's left is for him to feel guilty, is for him to admit what he did is wrong. And I think he's just too immature and stupid to understand that's exactly what he should be doing. People would have more respect for him if that's what he did. I said it when it happened. The kid is just seeking support. Real world Twitter effect, finding an echo chamber. One side vilified him, the other side went, yeehaw, partner, good on you for blasting those undesirables. It must have fucked him up in the head, and now he's going off the deep end. This is exactly what I just said. He fucked up going armed, but I doubt he was influenced by older people, went in there with a Call of Duty mindset, probably felt like he had the best of intentions and was being smart. I don't think he went in there saying, yo bro, gonna mow down some protesters. Then shit hit the fan in a way he wasn't prepared for it to. He panicked, reacted, and did what he did. People piled shit on him, called him names, turned him into a villain who went to a protest with the intention of killing people. Then the other side called him a hero, called him a badass, made cool memes about him. People either want to be alone after a traumatic event or need support, so where is he going to go? Do you go to the people who hate you and say, I'm sorry, I want to do better, I want to change, when you know with near certainty the response is going to be, no, fuck you, you should be in prison forever? Or do you go to the people who tell you, great job, I love what you did? Of course you pick the second. See, that's the problem.